5 lives or so. It's been either Terrestrial Festival, or Prismatic Evolutions, but that's just what is hot right now. That's what people want to open up. I do have some other sets available. You guys are welcome to buy into any of that, including some vintage. We had vintage last week. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about putting those back up here. Is this it? Oh yeah, there's one of them. We actually sold a Japanese base, a heavy gym challenge, and a few others, but they were shipped sealed, and but we still have plenty available if you guys did want to buy into those. But we're going to jump right into it. Our very first guy here, we have Christopher. He picked up 50 of the Prismatic Evolutions, most packs bought by anybody yet so far, and this is a no bulk order, so pretty easy to do. But good to see you guys in here. I see Ghost, Zard Lurking, Fanboy, and FSR56. I'll wave at you too. Now, if you guys are familiar with like what's going on right now with the prototypes, you guys are welcome to ask questions. Mimic Brew, he was actually sending me some questions, and man, I've just been so busy. I think I answered some of those, but you guys are welcome to ask any from me if you want during this live. I don't mind. There will be some things that I can't talk about because it's not my information to share. But my personal experience, I'm definitely going to be a little bit more open about it right now, since there's been some fraudulent activity going on somewhere, and hopefully mine is not, but I'm pretty sure that mine is also going to be a forgery, that Charizard. But programmers, what is up, man? He's already given away a membership. Just Hacks, if you are listening, you were given that membership by programmers. Thanks, dude. Definitely appreciate it. All right, pack number 1. Nothing there. Yeah, if you guys watch my latest video, I kind of go over it, but there's somebody looking into the dot code now. Hopefully I have a high quality enough scan for them. I tried doing like bringing out the yellow, but apparently I'm obviously not doing it right. Scoop up Cyclone. There's hit number 1. Now with these prismatic packs, we're going to continue on with what we did before. You're going to be guaranteed at least those 10 hits. If you don't get 10 hits, then I'm going to give you 3 packs per set of, like, I guess 2 hits that you don't have, for the 10 packs, until you do get at least to that minimum. Now, if you have exactly 10 hits, then you're going to get additional 3 packs or whatever. And then I think the way I did it, if you had 3 hits from your 10 packs, then I still gave you 1 free pack. So it's just kind of like a bonus way of saying, if you get a bunch of dud packs in a row, you're still going to get something. Like, we're going to go until you get at least a few hits. Now, we consider this a hit. I don't count the Pokeballs, reverse hollows as hits, but the Master Ball, reverse hollows, I do count. So, like, that one's a hit. Oh, you got 2 hits in this one. Got an Espeon and a Maximum Belt. Now, we have not hit the Umbreon on the English side anyways. We've hit, man, I don't even remember what all we've hit. We have hit a Demigod pack, which had 3 of them. Hit a couple gold cards. We had one guy who got 4 SIRs in his pack. I think he bought 30 packs, something like that. What's up, Mimic Brew? If you've asked any questions in the past 10 minutes, I probably did not see it. There's a nice Master Ball for Duskull or Duskull. You think it's Duskull or Duskull? Like, are you saying Duskull or Duskull? Which one is it? I've never watched a Pokemon episode where they had him in it. I got an Iron Thorns. Professor Tom, is Pokeball considered bulk? Yes. So if you go to, I've got a link at the top where it shows you can buy the stuff. It will lay out exactly what is bulk and what is not. So like I won't count like a Pokeball reverse hollow as a hit for your packs towards the minimum amount of hits that I'll make sure that you have anytime you buy packs for at least Prismatic Evolutions for now. It might change later on down the road if we get less packs, but while they're still in print, I'm going to honor that. Ghost said, I feel like I pulled a million A-Specs out of this set. Fanboy, I pulled so many A-Specs. So everybody's saying they pulled the A-Specs. All right, so Patrick says Duskull. Ghost says Duskull. Uh-oh, Ghost says Duskull. What is that one? That's a whole nother one. Stevensons and buying singles in this set. I think that could work outside of like the SIRs. Man, those are pretty expensive. I got back the English Vaporeon. I got a CGC10 on it, and I put it up for sale on eBay. I think I was seeing them raw at like 300, so I put it at $499.99. We'll see if it sells. I don't know if it will or not. K. Cliff said we pulled a Glaceon in the first stream. I wonder, was it like Jolteon, Espeon, Flareon maybe last time? I can't remember. What's up, Zard lurking? A Giacomo. A Giacomo. Next up, nothing there. Come on, Prismatic. Here we got a Tyranitar. Christopher, are you in the chat? Anthony said, if in Japanese, if the A-Spec is in the 5th pack, the SAR is in the 7th pack. Uh-oh, we got a gold. Iron Leaves. Look at that. Still haven't seen the Pikachu yet. I think that's maybe our 3rd gold that we've pulled. I haven't pulled many of those. We'll have to keep that in mind. If anybody buys Terrestrial tonight, if we pull an A-Spec in the 5th pack, we'll know that the 7th pack has that SAR. Ghost says everyone likes the Umbreon, but he likes the Espeon. Espeon does look good. It just doesn't carry that Umbreon name. Got the Lugia. Jeffrey says, I've seen your Akabane video. Just want to say sorry. I feel for you. You know, it happens. And I think Mimic Brew, he's actually going to talk about some of that tonight. Or whenever he releases his video. Because that was something he had asked me about. But thankfully, you know, I only bought 2 cards. There are some people who bought a lot. Of course, I mean, the ones that I bought were pretty expensive. Don't get me wrong. But it was a risk. I knew that when I took it, when I bought them. There. The Sylveon says, or the says Sylveon is my favorite. There's a Glaceon. Zard Lurking says, interested in hearing more about the test print fiasco. I hope there's more information to come to light soon. I believe there will be, but because this is such a serious issue, there may be people holding some accusations and information out until legal action can be done properly. And that it's a pretty big issue. It wouldn't surprise me if this was international news by the end of it anyways. I don't know about right off the bat. Terrapagos. Anthony, congrats on pulling the Espeon, man. There's a Rayford. Anthony says, I really hope you and everyone else gets compensated completely. I'm curious of how that's going to work out because I bought them raw and then I submitted them and had them graded and they just went into my personal collection. So I never sold. I didn't. Oh, nice. SIR. I didn't sell not even one, but I didn't sell mine. So you got a gold and an SIR. So I don't know how that price point works. Does it go off of, you know, where I bought it at? Because I mean, I have receipts for that. I mean, it was a wire. But we've only seen one Master Ball so far. What's up, Steez? What we got here? There's a Leafeon. Jen says, hi, any luck on prismatic pulls? It's tough. Well, in this video, we've had one gold and Sandy Shock so far. This guy, he bought 50 packs, so this is the first up. Ghost said, Pokeju said it's the biggest fraud in the history of Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, I think some people are saying that. It's definitely one of the, I mean, hopefully this is the biggest ever. Like, I don't want to see something bigger than this, but man, I mean, this definitely, I would agree. I'd say it's probably the biggest that we've had in Pokemon. William, Rusty, interested in Gym Challenge pack? What's been pulled from the box already? I know Giovanni's Persian, Brock's Ninetales, something else. I think there was something else pulled. You guys help me remember. Ooh, another SIR. Way to go, dude. 50 packs. You got 2 SIRs. I mean, it's not an evolution, but still. I mean, I know Charizard hasn't been pulled. And Sandy Shocks. Double hit pack. Fanboy, yo, nice. Nick says, Pokemon. Mimic Brew, I'm editing my upload now. Will be up in a few hours. Ghost says, I can't help but think the fiasco with Logan Paul G.I. Joe box, LOL. Yeah, but that was like one thing that happened, and it was through one company, just like 3 or 4 sales at most. With this, I mean, you're talking about months of sales on every major platform. So many places have put their name behind it and made sales. I'm just thankful that I haven't actually made any sales, because I mean, or even more purchases, because I mean, there were some items I bid on, I didn't, and as more of them come out, I just kind of like lay it off because I wanted to let the dust settle. But now that everything's come out, it's just crazy. Ghost said, I don't think PSA graded any of the test cards. They didn't, but they did have some cards go through the PSA vault because they were graded by CGC. Then they went through the eBay authentication, which was now the PSA vault. So some of them sold through there. If I understand it correctly, that's the way it worked. I know that there were some changes with that. And, you know, it's not going to happen now, but I don't know. It's like almost everybody's name has been pulled into it. Even the companies that didn't grade it. Maximum Belt. PFM is a legend for his dictation and detective work. So he's one of those guys that's kind of like up there. It's like, you don't want to get in an argument about certain Pokemon things. Like him, Scott, DJ Gigabyte. I know that, you know, there's contention between, you know, those guys there. But, dude, I mean, they're just really smart. They've been around for so long. And they have a breadth of knowledge in certain areas that I don't think anybody can really touch. So it's tough. Like, it does not surprise me that he is the one that come through and figured out that information. Koga's Ditto. Yes, that's right. Sorry, I left out your Ditto twice now. Oh, yep. He says, yeah, always leaving out my Ditto. I did, and I made fun of it, man. Maybe you don't want me opening up your Gym Challenge pack, because if I end up making fun of it because it's a bad card, it's going to make it feel even worse. Sorry, Ghost. Poke says they graded fakes in general, not test cards. That's kind of happened. It's like one-offs with a lot of different companies, but this is much bigger because it's like an entire set that we're aware of. Like, there was mass grading for all of them where, you know, some companies wouldn't touch them at all. Colton, can someone explain to me the situation in regards to legal stuff you're talking about in simple terms? Meaning if there's going to be lawsuits coming out with accusations against certain people and naming them publicly, you need to hold off on doing something like that, because it could, if your lawyer says you shouldn't be doing that because it could change the name of the game once you get in the courtroom, then you should probably hold off. Like, just because you want to be big and loud about something does not mean it's going to help you legally. Ghost said the scope of the issue is huge. Going to be a long road for this one. I agree. And then we have Glaceon. I think you got a pretty decent stack of hits, but we'll count them. Yeah, we got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah, you got well over. We'll just run through your hits again. You did pretty good. You got 2 SIRs. You got the Dragapult and the Sandy Shocks. Quite a few of the other regular hits. You only had 1 Master Ball, and then you had 1 gold as well. The Dust Skull, right? Ryan says, I must have missed something. What's the big scandal? The prototypes, they've been PFM, Pokemon Flying Master, on E4, the Elite Forum. He was able to figure out a way to look at the print, like the ink, and you can, like, apparently you can emphasize certain colors like yellow, and it pulls out like this dot pattern. And this dot pattern, you can be can like basically be put into an encoder or decoder or something like that, and it will give you the exact date it was printed. And some of them were printed in 2024. Who knew? I had no idea you could do something like that. All right. And guys, I think I missed some of the chat there. All right. So we have order 7231 for Steven. Picked up 20 packs. All right. I'm at Ghost. It's unfortunate all around. Poke says, but the amount of money insane. Yeah, I bet it's got to be $10 million or more. Billy says, everyone listen to Rusty. What did I say? Some of them were asking 1 million for cards. Yeah, I mean that Kingdra or the Seadra at one point they were asking 3 million because it was like a one-off and the very first card that was ever printed. Like that is very, very historic. Man. I'd be sweating now. All right, pack number 1. Steven, are you in here? Pack number 2, nothing there. Folks says, I'm just mad. I have to regrade all of my CGC slabs for sure now. All right, watch the cussing. Why do you have to regrade them? I don't know what all you had graded. Store mat, I guess watermarks on the paperbacks identified from 2024 on some of the fakes. Yeah, I guess it's like, I guess you call it like printer watermarks. It's like encoded into the print dots. It's crazy that, that print companies do that, but I guess it makes sense, right? If you can do it and make it not visible to the naked eye. Somebody's making brownies. Come on now. Tina said, Rusty, did you see my comment above about Pokemon Wizard on Whatnot? I did not. Just go ahead and post it again. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people do hate on CGC for, the things that they've been caught up in, especially in these first few years. But I still think that they're a good grading company. That's why, somebody asked me the other day on IG, they were like, how do your CGC slabs sell compared to your PSA slabs? I'm like, that's a good question. And I went to my active listings and sold listings. I'm actually majority CGC now, and my sales are majority CGC, which it's kind of crazy because at one point I had several thousand unique PSA graded cards, and now, I think I still got right around that, probably, low thousands in unique amount of PSA graded cards, but I have the same thing for CGC as well, and they both sell really good. Now that could be skewed because I've graded more heavily with CGC in the recent years, so that's going to increase, my sales for them. But it's also going to increase my sales again because I'm going to have more recently graded stuff coming through CGC. But I think there's a big enough market here where CGC can recover from this, but they're going to have to do a good job of taking care of this entire situation, taking responsibility for anything that they are responsible for. And I think if they don't do that, it could be really bad. P-Dog said, called metadata. Metadata. Is it data or data? Billy and Rubik's. I have been making those protein brownies, and Rubik's is obsessed. Oh, he said that to Tina. Master Balls are not coming out today. Steve says, have you scanned your cards, Rusty, to determine anything? So from what I hear, you can't determine it yet or anything, or there's no way on the prototypes. And that's the ones that are like all white or black and white. But then you've also got the alpha, which I was told they may not be able to know yet. Like the code hasn't been cracked, but yes, I've scanned them in. I've sent them to somebody. In fact, I was doing another scan right before we started the video, but you have to get such high quality. I think I did like 3,200 DPI or something on a small area. So I'm hoping that they're going to be able to determine it because they said that they could see a dot pattern, but it looked to be the dot pattern that has not been decoded yet. So I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Tina says, did you know Pokemon Wizard on Whatnot was selling a ton of these those graded betas earlier in the month and whatnot. Curious if he graded them all himself and how he got so many of them. Well, there were some of these middlemen had lots and lots of them. At Worlds, I saw basically like this box at least as long as an Elite Trainer that was full of these things. Alphas, betas, prototypes, all that stuff. I mean, it was a lot of them. But there wasn't more than like one or two of any of the cards, so it's like it kind of made sense. And because they were such high prices, like maybe they haven't sold. Looking back though, it's like hindsight, right? I'm wondering if eBay even authenticated my slab. Like, what did they do with it after shipping it to California? If it's in transit now, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I would imagine they're going to reject those things now, but it's a tough situation. Where's that purple Raikou? Ghost says, bet he's hard to get a hold of these past few days. Pokédak has popped up top. Oh, Pokédak and their viewers just joined. Oh, what's up, guys? I assume you were sent over in the video. I didn't realize he was doing a live, but what's up? Pokédak, he does a lot of the thumbnails, you know, when they actually look pretty good. He's probably the one doing them because, I just put something together, you know, real small. Steven, you did not get the minimum, so you're going to get 3 packs until you get at least a second hit there, and then you're going to get additional packs on top of that. So you're going to get at least 6 packs. So we got 3 here, 3 here. I'm not going to leave you hanging with 3 hits off of 20 packs. All right, where are we at? 3 to 500. I don't know if it was that many because they were sleeved. 300 maybe, but I don't think it was quite that many. Maybe around 200 cards. That could have been it. Pokédak raid. Worm gang. Good to see you guys over here. The Billion Rubik says, basically from what I've seen, anything over a 7.5 is not legit. That could be the case. We've only seen a few legitimate cards, right? But they've all been tested, or they all been from scans of the older ones, and they were lower condition. Iron Thorns. Pokey says, sorry for cussing TCA, just the way I speak, but I also respect other people's channels. Well, yeah, and the one you said, that actually more particularly irks me just because I don't like what it insinuates. But I completely understand that people do talk that way and they don't mean it in like they're not trying to put me down or put God down. But when you do say it, and you know, even if you don't mean it, the way it comes out, it is disrespectful. And so that's why I limit most every word that is said on the channel. And I believe we got a hit on your first pack, so you still get one more pack for this. So like the way I do it, because this is the only first time this has happened. When there's one hit, so like I'll open up packs until you get your 2 hits, and then you'll get 3 more. And since you got your second hit on your first pack, you still get a whole nother extra pack here with this one. But I do appreciate you coming in here and actually coming back and apologizing for that. I usually don't take it as people trying to, you know, put God down or, you know, try to come at me directly. I get it. Like I've accidentally come across too many TikTok reels where I thought it was funny and I actually sent it to people, but I wasn't listening to it. And there's all kinds of crazy stuff, not only in just like people, what they say, but the music that's going on in the background. It's hard to avoid. It's hard to avoid in shows. It's just about everywhere. We got 240 in here. Oh, you guys must have been coming from Pokédak. We're good to see you guys in here. Now, as of when we started the video, the backlog was only 70 packs. Or 80 packs, because it was up to George. And then after this, I don't know how many have been bought since the beginning, but we may have a big backlog, or it may be nothing at all. So if you are interested in packs, you're welcome to go pick them up. 3, 6, 9, 10. And there's a link at the top of the chat. Wherever the chat is. I don't know where the chat would be on your phone. And that'll take you to my website. But I do open up anything that's bought during the live. Bujimon, there's a reason PSA first edition Zard from PSA sells for 200K and CG1 sells for 40K. You know, I was going to offer 40K on that one that ZNG put up, but I think it actually went for... Am I crazy thinking it went like 60 plus? Or maybe it was right around 60? But yeah, there is a difference, I think, between the CGC Gem Mint 10 and then the PSA 10. But, man, I'd love to get me a pristine 10. That case, it does stand out for me. Anthony, I think that's because of the old 9.5s getting upgrades. Some of it has to do with that, but I think there is a difference. There's definitely a different market. Now, not every card is going to be 5 times less. You take like a Gem Mint 10 of a modern card, let's say worth $50 in PSA 10. CGC might only be $10 less. It's not going to be a 50 to 10 type ratio for something that cheap. Billion Rubik's, welcome to Charmander. And sorry guys if I'm missing your chat. It's going a little bit faster than I can read at the moment. So if you have something that you want me to talk about and I don't see it, feel free to just post it in there again. Marshall Law, thanks for the super chat, man. Battle Partners has been a fun set. If it wasn't a 30-pack box, I probably would buy into it. But I'm going to stick with these high-class sets where I can rip them really quickly because there's 10 cards in the pack. Nice. Got a Master Ball. That's only the second Master Ball tonight. I see you first, Tomu. Anthony, like the YouTube shorts? Used to love them, Ghosts. Well, that one has almost hit 1 million views now. I don't know why it took off, but it just randomly did. I honestly didn't even know they had A/B test decks like Magic the Gathering has. That's interesting, but the fakes will ruin the market for the originals. Yeah, you've got the Brock's deck A and the Misty's Trainer deck B. You'd think that having a non-hollow Blastoise would make that more expensive than the Machamp non-hollow from the deck A, but the deck A is so much harder to find. Or by now, they may both be just so scarce that there's not much difference. But it used to be that you could get the Misty's deck for a lot cheaper. There was a guy who had a bunch of them. I turned down a deal. 10 decks, $75 a piece. Gosh, ooh, look at that. Bam. Leafeon. Just like that. That's our third SIR, but our first evolution of the night. Justin, I have yet to see Prismatic anywhere, not even local card shop. They did a raffle to be able to buy in. I haven't looked, but I guess it makes sense. I mean, if they're like fighting over them at Costco and stuff. Pokey says, my gosh, Prismatic is kind of insane with pricing. It definitely is. That was pretty good for your 10 packs. Way to go, George. Pokey Slam, sorry if I missed it, but did you give any updates on the playtest stuff, Rusty? I don't know if I gave any updates. I mean, I'm still looking into whether mine's real or not. I mean, I don't have my hopes up. I do believe that there are some that are real. I think that's been, at least it hasn't been proven that they were real, but it's been proven that they were printed in '96. And some of the dates were, really, really early compared to, some of the actual releases of Pokemon. So, but as for whether or not, names and different things, best place for you guys to go is Elite Forum. I went on there. They had over 500 replies this morning. Yesterday it was like 200. So people are putting all kinds of information in there. So I would continue to check there and watch out for YouTube videos. If I hear anything like crazy, then I'll make sure to go and post it to my story. As of this morning, we were seeing where Quad Chansey had posted some showing that there were indeed some that were printed in '96. Oh wow, we have a good bit of orders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 7 orders in place, but it looks like most of them are going to be around 10 packs, so they shouldn't take too long to get through these. And if anybody's jumping in the chat, you have questions about stuff, feel free to put it in there. If I miss it, just post it again. If you hit it with the @TCA Gaming, that'll make it stand out a little bit more. All right, Chris. This is order 7233. If you're in the chat, join in. Let us know what you're looking for. We're all wishing you good luck. Everybody wants to see the good stuff. These aren't like booster boxes, so you could go 100 packs without an SIR, or you could get back to back 3, 6, 10. All right. All right, here we go. Martial Law offered to trade my PSA 10 Moonbreon for a PSA 10 Blaine's Zard the other day. Unlimited or first edition? I would think that'd have to be unlimited, right? First edition's worth about 4K, 4 to 5K. Maybe it's less than that. It might be a little bit less than 4K. Pack 1 or pack number 2 got a Vaporeon. SIR is special illustration rare. So that's like what people are going for, like that Leafeon. You also have cards like it's usually a double gold star. We've also pulled a Dragapult and the Sandy Shocks. Are you going to get any 151 cards anymore? Yeah, I mean, I could put them up for sale. I don't know if I have any on the website at the moment, but for sure. I've got some set back for live streams, and I'll be getting in some Blooming Waters from my distributor. They got allocated some, and you know they allocate some out to the people who buy from them, like myself. But we don't get them. I guess we didn't get it at the same release time that all the big stores did. Ghost says Japanese 151 is available. I'll have to remember to restock the English too. They would have to compare printer metadata to the original printers that Pokemon used, but for the most part, only laser printers used such detailed data. Yeah, that would make sense. I guess if you could have something like match up even to like just some of the original cards, I would almost think that'd have to be enough. Anthony says CGC should have been more transparent about how they authenticated these cards from the beginning. It makes me wonder if they're going to release those videos with Akabane. I was never able to see them. It was one of those things where I think it was supposed. I don't think they were supposed to ever go public to anybody, but you know that's the kind of proof that they were using, because they've got a lot of interview going on. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to open up until you get 2 hits, and then you'll get 3 more packs beyond that. Do you ship to Canada? Yes, I do. Realistic Skate. Wild it took so long. They look way too new to be 1996. Should have been a red flag. I mean, it was kind of a red flag for everybody, but I guess once they started getting graded, they're like, all right, well, let's go with it. And it was coming from a creator of Pokemon, so like, if it was going to make sense, like, that's how it makes sense. Billing Rubik's, we got absolutely destroyed on this set. When opening, it's okay. Oh, an unlimited pristine 10. Okay, I can kind of see that. You'll be getting quite a bit more than 10 packs, Chris. Let me get some more packs out here. I might have to grab my last box if we go through these today or tonight. Pokedax says, I want the Chinese Mew 151 promo. If it's under 2K, I'll probably grab it. I don't know if I've seen that one yet. Pokeslam says, it looks like Akabane signed uncut sheets that were then cut and mounted to cards. Ooh, uh-oh. You got a God pack in your bonus packs. You still get your 3 extra packs like I said you'd get. But check that out. You got a Sylveon, Drayton, and Emery's. This is what we did. We opened up one of these too. So this is an SIR. You can see right there it's got the double gold star. Well, you might be able to see it. This thing doesn't zoom very well. This, of course, is going to be the big hit people want to see. The Sylveon. And then you also have a Drayton. So that puts you at your 2-pack. And then I'm going to still give you 3 more. Moonbreon selling 3K plus. I think I saw one yesterday for under 3K. It's like 2,800 or so. But I'd heard that they were going over 3K. Anthony says it's only limited to 1,510 copies for the Mew. And you're going to finish with an A-Spec. V, I think that was me. If this is you, Chris, order 7233. Your bonus pack's paid off. Ghost said they're coming in clutch again. Sometimes people hit and then they just don't. You know, when you're spending a decent amount on modern packs, you would hope that you could get at least something decent out of it, but it's not always the case. But was that fourth, fifth? So is that 6 SIRs? Yeah, that's 6. Right? Sandy Shocks, Dragapult, Leafeon, and then the 3 from the Demigod pack. All right, let's see who is next. All right, Thomas, what do we have going on here? My birthday today. My wife and I love your channel. Well, thanks so much, dude. Thomas picked up 20 packs. This is order 7234. No bulk. All right. Let me go ahead and count out these 20 packs. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 3, 6, 9, and 10. 20 packs. We're going to jump right into it. All right, rumor is Pokemon is releasing English cards that will be numbered now. That will be huge. I'd be curious to see how it goes. Over here, like it's nothing. Pokédex says, yeah, the Chinese 151 artwork is amazing for the Mew, limited to 1,500 copies. So late to roll call says $550 for that Sylveon. Thanks for the super chat, man. $4.99. Did you hear about the error gold in Battle Partners? I did not. I didn't even look at this last pack, did I? Wasn't anything in it? I don't think, yeah. Huh. I have not. What is the error? What is the gold error in Battle Partners? There's Eevee. Smee, Rudy, what's your take on these beta cards turning out to be fake? So, I'm not as cool as Rudy. I don't have that thick hair. I'm rusty, but yeah, I mean, I think it's a big deal, and it'll probably get brought up several more times tonight because, you know, right now, I mean, that's headlines. Thomas, are you in here? Happy birthday. I don't think it's going to be limited to just the betas. Unfortunately, I don't have any betas, but I mean, I hope my Alpha Zard is real, but it's not looking good. Giacomo. I will also say the beta cards, they look pretty nice with those colors. Atticus. Realistic Skate, I hope so as well, but you know, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'll figure out a way forward once I get an answer. You know, can't do anything about it till then. Feeling Rubik's Pokemon, are they 10s? I got a 10 on the Alpha, like the true, like the first Alpha. There's 7 different iterations of the Zard, and I got the very first one, the very first Alpha. The one that Marco has, his was a 7.5, and it actually has the 1996 print data on it. Uh-oh, we got a gold. Is it a Pika? There we go. We finally got it. Man, way to go, dude. Gold Pikachu. Dude, the hits are hitting pretty good tonight. We've already hit 2 golds and 6 SIRs. Got a Master Ball. Master Ball knocked out. Do you think CGC will actually pay out? And if so, what price do you think? I don't know. I think that they will. I just don't know how they're going to determine who they pay out and where they're going to get that, where they set the price. What would you value that Zard at now that it got a 10? And if it's real, just curious what we know what you paid for it. So I paid $67K for that card raw. A lot of money. A lot of money. Marshall says, I texted you the picture. They printed the SIR over the gold. What we got here? Huh. I don't know if you guys can see that. Looks like you got the Zoroark. And it's on the gold cards. That's pretty cool. Interesting. Did you pull one of those? Lumberjack Rusty. Man, I wish I was as strong as a Lumberjack. WCM, anyone get to pre-order Journey Together? I got so close. I have not. I mean, I should get allocated through my distributor, but we'll see. Yeah, that was the first gold we ever pulled. Yeah, it was 67,000. I was at Worlds meeting with a guy who could only speak Japanese, but he was supposedly, what he said, the grandson directly of one of the 4 original creators of Pokemon. I'm sitting there looking at these cards. He's giving me numbers on how many of these were distributed, how many were, supposedly in existence. Very first, pre-base set cards. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a risk. I'm gonna go for it, and I did. And right now it's not looking good. All right, congratulations. I think that Pikachu is really cool, dude. It's one that I've probably bought the most of on the Japanese side. All right, next order is going to be for Corey. I was like, something just fell in my eye. I wonder if I forget to blink or something during these videos. That's why my eyes start to feel a little weird. All right, so Corey, this is order 7235. 10 packs, no bulk. See if we can keep this roll going. To be fair, I mean, 2 orders ago, it was really bad packs, but because of the extras, you ended up doing pretty decent. 7. The thing is, they were never really spoken about until now. So many cards popping out of the shadows. Seems really weird, but at the same time believable. If they're all coming from the same place, you guys got to think. I got the FPOs, the match prints, square cut Neo Hollows, legendary collection deck proofs. I got an entire Magic portfolio of uncut different things that were mounted from a designer, all from one designer at Wizards of the Coast. On top of Magic the Gathering test foil lands, uncut Japanese base set sheets, and they were hollow and Team Rocket. I mean, I got all kinds of crazy stuff from one contact here that wasn't even at the top of Pokemon or at the original Japanese top of Pokemon. You're talking about one of the original creators of Pokemon. So it makes sense that he would have all kinds of crazy stuff. It fits. Even though it's suspicious, that it could fit, and I think that's why people believed it. All right, so people have been pulling the error card out of booster boxes, says Martial Law. William says, you're handling it much better than I would, LOL. I'm usually patient when this kind of stuff happens because usually there's going to be a resolution, but you have to give it time. And if you make a fool out of yourself or say something or do something stupid, then you could jeopardize that resolution. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to just see how it goes. So Letta, which order was yours? Nick says, wow, now my scam Macari purchases don't seem so bad. Got a nice Master Ball with the Noibat. Sorry to hear you got scammed on Macari, man. Eskil, what's left in the Gem Challenge Hollows? Not Ninetales, not Persian, and not Ditto. Jeffrey, not to be too personal, but how's the wife handling this debacle? She trusts me. I think she knows that I'm going to handle it the best way that I can. A lot of times when I buy stuff that crazy, she doesn't even want to know about it. She'd just rather not, because, I mean, you're talking about life-altering amounts of money that most people will never even have all together at once. But, I mean, it's kind of crazy what Pokemon has done, and to make a living off of Pokemon, you got to spend a lot of money, because even if you're only making 10% after everything's taken care of, I mean, think of how much money you got to make just to be able to earn a living. And I support my entire family. Ooh, another SIR. I kind of like pulling the mask on the English side. Which one is this one? Hearthflame Mask Ogrepon. African says, you mentioned you have private insurance. Will they cover some of your losses on the Alphazard? I don't think they cover fraud. Ryan, Rusty, can you help me finish my Aquapla set? Probably not, man. I don't hardly have any raw cards left. Probably none from WotC other than a few packs that I open up here and there. Justin, if I bought 10-2, or I bought 10-2, I put... There's a little bit of dyslexia going on there. I put that F in front of the I. Waiting till you open mine live. Did you get at least 4? Yeah, you did. And you pulled you a nice little SIR too. Hey Rusty, did you ever find out if the 2 dots on the base set boxes were just a coincidence or meant something? Rewatched the Shadowless video yesterday. I have no idea. I haven't looked into it. I figured it was just something that was printed on there. Nick says, was it him or his grandson? From what I hear, Akabane signed... Well, we know for a fact that his signature is on some cards that were graded and deemed fake. But from what I hear, I mean, he signed a lot of cards. I'm hoping that it's just like old man syndrome, and you know he had some real ones, and then some more come along, and they looked pretty close. So, and he was just signing them like, oh yeah, that looks like some of the cards that I gave to my grandson or my nephew or these middlemen to sell. And it was like, yeah, I'll sign that. That looks like exactly like what I had. Maybe I'm hoping he didn't know, because I mean you're talking about again one of the original creators of Pokemon, Akabane. But if he was involved, somebody was texting me earlier, and I was like, it'd be crazy if there was a plot twist and there wasn't even Akabane. Like there was some doppelganger, or people just assumed that they knew what Akabane looked like, and this wasn't even the guy. Like that would be even crazier. All right. Anytime I go away and I start to look at the orders, like I don't see chat for, that time period. So if I miss your chat, just let me know. Put it back in there. At me if you really want me to check it out. All right, we've got 10 packs. All right. 3, 6, pulled out 10. First, Tomu says too much money to not be a resolution. Yeah, I think there's going to be a resolution, but I don't. We'll see where all the liabilities fall. Why hasn't Zach made a statement about the latest cards? Have you spoken to him about it, Rusty? I have talked with Zach, but what Zach has to say, Zach has to say it. And if you're asking me, do I believe he knew that these cards were not legitimate? No, I don't. Who's going to put that much money into these cards or put his name on the line if you know that they're forgeries? That's not Zach. I would stand behind that statement. Again, it's my opinion, but I would stand behind that. I know him personally, and I would not put Zach ever doing that. He will probably have some kind of statement to make, but again, I don't know what to expect from that. You've seen Metakai. He's got his stories in Japan right now, so I imagine that might be where Zach is too, right? Just kind of put 2 and 2 together. So there's a lot going on there, but it's not my place to say. So keep a lookout. I think you will be hearing from him in time, but he's got a lot more on his plate than I do, as you guys can imagine. Smee, I didn't even know you had your feet into those. I bought 2, and I waited a little bit. I waited till after they're graded, set them back for a little bit. But then I eventually showed them on Instagram, and I did a video or 2 on them, but that's all I bought. Like, I wasn't into those heavy in any way, shape, or form, but I did have a couple. I had the Bulbasaur prototype and I had the Alphazard, because I wanted to have the very first Charizard. I thought that was cool, and I had an opportunity to get it from, it was supposed to be the grandson of Akabane. Same thing with the prototype. Realistic Skate mask will age very well, in my opinion. I hope so. I don't see it, but I hope so. After says, nice Dragapult, and Noibat is a cutie. One more pack. Nick, true. That should mean he recognized them, so that means there's real ones out there. All right, so nothing there. You hit the 2 minimum, but that means you're going to get 3 additional packs. I can't get myself to think he was involved. Maybe his so-called nephew. Somebody has to be, man. There's more information out there, and it could get kind of. I think there's going to be plot twists. I don't know that for sure. Got a nice Master Ball in the bonus. Does PSA take more market share because of this? They already have most of the market share. So I think right now CGC is going to have a heavy focus on taking care of this, and that could affect their services, and people are they're holding off to see what's going to happen. TPC opened a lawsuit against Akabane in December. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure for what they're. I've heard a few people say that, but I'm not really aware either. Maybe a cease and desist. Because I mean, they're pretty tight about people signing stuff, right? What's up, Kobe? All right, next order. Let's see where we are at. So that was order 7236. We're on to 7237. This is Patrick. Patrick picked up 10 Prismatic, and he is keeping the bulk. 7237. Every time I see Patrick, I think SpongeBob. My name is not Rick. Where the PAT was erased off of his name tag. Or I think of, what's the other one? East? I thought you meant Weast. Or Weast? I can't even remember what it was. Or I thought you said Weast. So dumb. It's where they walk 10,000 paces in the wrong direction looking for the Dutchman's gold doubloons. Or his pirate treasure, and then they end up getting 2 gold doubloons. Something I shouldn't remember for somebody who hasn't watched SpongeBob in a long time. Alright, 10 packs. I managed to get 1 Prismatic Evolutions ETP for my LCS at retail. Can't bring myself to open with these poor rates. Might just keep it sealed and pack away. Well, it's always a risk anytime you open up a pack. Usually you don't win. Kobe says, I watch every TCA stream and video, learned so much over the years. That's awesome, dude. Thank you. People are going into hiding. I imagine so. Dylan says you're so generous doing the free packs for people. Yeah, it's just kind of like a little bonus thing. I do that with some of the other sets as well. Ones that I don't do that with are like Chilling Rain, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strikes, which I don't have any of those available right now, but because the hit rates are just so low and you have to expect it. Africa says, will you continue to deal with CGC? At the moment, I mean, I have no plans to stop sending cards there. They've got an opportunity now to take care of the situation that's happening. And, I mean, it's only been a few days. There's a lot of things that they're going to have to sort out. They've got that opportunity. Ludas, I got scammed for $20 of base set sword and shield packs that were resealed. Can't imagine 90K sucks, man. Hopefully yours are legit. Yeah, I hope so too. I don't think they are. Patrick says, I know it's not me, but I'm Patrick. What's up, Patrick Madeira? My name is not Rick. I'm not going to say it like Patrick said it. That probably wouldn't go over well with this mic. That's West Patrick. You're fired again. The Poke Fanboy says, let's go. I'm feeling an Umbreon. Did he call it for this pack? He called an Umbreon. No, this is Patrick. There are going to be all kinds of quotes now. And we have an Eerie. Koopa Troop says open 1 Prismatic ETB, got 2 SIR and 3 Master Balls. Wow. All right, man. There's your hits there. Let me get these put in here. There's one. I'm going to slip these right in the middle. Appreciate that, Ludos. Any Super Electric Breaker boxes available? No, I don't have that set. Is that a 30-pack box? I don't. The only reason I avoid those is because they have 5-card packs, and that's really annoying to open. You're literally going to have like 23 packs with nothing but 5 non-hollows, and they take forever to open. Like, I can't rip into them fast. You risk legitimately damaging the cards, whereas that doesn't happen with the 10-card packs. 72-38. This order is going to be for Ryan. And 10 packs. No bulk. Moving right along. Firmly grasp it. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Dang, my chat broke again. What was that, 3 streams in a row? All I gotta do is refresh it though. That's kind of weird. All right, African says he's calling Leafeon for the next evolution. Is mayonnaise an instrument? Golly, y'all are getting me. Because I start into the chat and then I can't not finish it. Petros, hey, if I order a box of Prismatic now, are there plenty of pre-orders before opening? I know I have at least this order and one more, and then whatever's been bought really in the last 20 to 30 minutes. I'm not too sure where we're at just yet. Kobe Umbreon SAR and Umbreon Master Ball in the same pack happen yet. I haven't done it, but that would be cool. Get an Umbreon reverse hollow Pokeball, then get the Master Ball, then get the SIR. Or do you have to get the hollow Master Ball and SIR? Kicking. About got me. Umbreon EX. Matt Champ says it has happened twice. And Anthony says that Super Electric Breaker is a 30-pack box. It's the Pikachu set. What do I think about Pokemon Pocket? It looked pretty cool at Worlds, but I don't have enough knowledge of that. I haven't actually did it myself. There's some pretty cool artworks for sure. Whoever's the owner of the white sedan, you left your lights on. We had a truck going off yesterday at the basketball game. Poke Trainer Josh, hey Rusty, get yourself a pristine Blasty yet to complete the set. Can't wait to see you display them all together. Nope, not yet. I'm sure it'll come in time. Pristines were getting kind of expensive. I'd stopped buying most of them in auction, but maybe after this, maybe they'll go down a little bit. I'll have a chance to. Man, y'all know you some SpongeBob, huh? 5 hits. All right, we're going to keep rolling through here. Ludo says he prefers the card game on the Game Boy Color. I never actually played that. All right, next up we have Kyle. This is order 7239. Let's see where we're at. Refresh that page so I'll see how many orders we're behind after I do this one. No bulk, 10 packs. That was terrible. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 orders lined up after Kyle. So we've got 6 orders to get through. So if you bought in now, you're at least 60 packs behind. Three, 6, 9, 10. Got some extras over here. All right, Kyle. Here we go. Pack number 1. Got another Rayford. These have to be like super cheap full arts at this point. Pokey Fanboy, what is up, man? He just gifted away 5 TCA Gaming memberships, which could possibly help you with a giveaway at the very end of the video. Yeah, at the very end. So we got V, Matt Champ, K Duff Live, Dan to Dan, and Adams Family Adventures. You were all just given a free membership from Pokey Fanboy. Thanks, man. I definitely appreciate that. And welcome to the channel. You guys have some cool emotes. Is it emotes or emojis? Do you think Journey will be as crazy as Prismatic? I mean, I don't know anything about Journey, so I don't know. If it's crazy before the set has shown like any crazy cards in it, then it's just like people speculating. Now, the set itself is really good, but it's supposed to be just like a standard set, right? Regular Umbreon. Best mids on the internet. What are y'all talking about? Journey is a band from the 80s. One of the highest selling record bands of all time, or album bands, or one of the highest selling bands for albums of all time. As long as you don't stop believing. Y'all should go check out the video for that. Like the music video. The disappearing or reappearing keyboard. Alright, so you get 3 free packs. Your pack 1 and pack 2 both had a full art, but anytime you only get 2 hits, you hit the minimum, but we'll still give you 3 free packs. Ludo says Journey Together looks crazy. Bam! Walking Wake and a Vaporeon. That 1 pack did better than your other 10. And the Vaporeon. Still got 2 packs to go. Nice gold. Is that the 3rd gold? Oop, got a Tyranitar. First time we know. First trainer set since old school. Trainer set. In Zoroark. Didn't they just do a Zekrom in a set? Much better in those 3 bonus packs. Dang. Got a full art, 2 EXs, and a gold. That ramped up your packs pretty quick. Or your order pretty quick. That's not the worm. That's its tongue. Oh. What was that? An Alaskan bullworm? Something like that. An Alaskan bullworm. Oh. I forgot to put that on there. Alright, next up we have Joel. Joel. He picked up 10 Prismatic, no bulk. Oop, not cancel, capture. This was order, I forgot to look at the order number. 7240. I guess it should be in order. Sometimes they skip though. Alright, Africa says, still won't buy it above MSRP though. Might be like Champion's Path, where the only time you're going to find that is if you see it at retail. John says, have you ever thought about being a Pokemon vendor at shows? Yeah, I've done it. It's not that fun. I'd rather walk around and buy stuff. Earn money that way. Heatran, shout out to Washington. Oh, I must have missed something there. I agree, Shmee Me. Some of them do need some originality, but you know, going from a Magneton to Sandy Shocks, I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean, Roaring Moon for Salamence. It's starting to grow on me. Another SIR. What is that? SIR number 8. Got an Ogerpon, the Hearth Flame. Anthony says, Rusty, did you see the T301 Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon and the Red Eyes were graded recently? I don't even know what that is, man. You're saying it like I should know, like it's a pretty sweet card, or they're pretty sweet cards. Nick says, where do the extra packs come from? They're loaded. Same box. Got another Ogerpon and a Prime Catcher. Oh, they're over here. Yeah, everything's being pulled from the same place. Petro says, ordered, got a V-Star Universe box. Also my birthday today. Well, congratulations. Happy birthday. How old are you, Petros? Ghost said the heavy stack. Slow King, Houndour. I'll tell you though, the Master Balls are not coming out too heavy today. Habibo, can I get a triple Bossy Deluxe on a raft 4x4 animal style with extra shingles, a shimmy, and a squeeze, light axle grease, and instructions to make it cry, burn it, and let it swim? Is that from SpongeBob? Must have been an episode I didn't watch. Anthony, happy birthday. Good luck on the pulls. African says, happy birthday, dude. We serve food here, sir. This is I bet if somebody's like just listening, this has to be very strange to be hearing. All right, 3 hits or just 3. So you still get 1 bonus pack. See if we can get anything out of it. I'm holding on to my Evolving Skies ETBs. It's the only one I haven't opened. Glaceon, we'll throw the Glaceon in there, since it's an evolution Pokeball. All right, Joel. Nothing too crazy, but you did pull an SIR. Matt says he's going to stalk retail. He don't give a Rattatas behind. All right, Justin, order 7241. No bulk. And he ordered 10 packs. Just Tion. Have you ever misspelled your name that way? In all the times you've ever written your name, have you messed it up like that? Let's see if we got 10 packs right here. 3, 6, 9, 10. We do. Cheeseburger. Rusty's the best seller in the market. He can verify my sealed boxes. I want to sell them. He makes transactions easy. I hope so. I'm not the cheapest. If you want better rates, I mean, you can't send sealed product to them, but Z&G is going to be your way to go. I don't know if you do sealed product through Dan, but you can sell sealed product to Dan. Anthony says, sorry, it's the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Prize cards released all 1 of 1. Oh, really? But they do look cool. Got that old epicness going on. P-Dog says, this stream is a SpongeBob episode for real. It's my own fault. I saw someone named Patrick. I messed that up. Fat Belly Collect says, how does one hit 1K subs? I don't know, man. I got lucky. I had a few videos that were just like a crazy stuff. And I just videoed me getting things in, and people stuck around for it. Andrew found some ETBs at retail last week. Pulled the Flareon Master Ball. Nice. Groudon, Dunsparce. Stepping on the beach, man. I've done that many times. Like I tried to, I want to be able to do the feet thing where they're like tied up in a knot. Nobody can do that. You can get kind of close, as long as you're not like tying. Like you can cross them and flip them around and stuff. You look like an idiot to your wife, I'll tell you what. All right, so you got 1 hit. So we're gonna open up packs for you until you get your 2nd hit. I don't count that as a hit, but I'm gonna send it with you. And then after that, you'll get 3 more packs on top of that. So once we hit your second hit, then you'll get 3 packs. Last time this happened, they got a demigod pack. All right, nothing there. Just an F. Haha, those Eevee names got you adding on an ion at the end. Yeah, that does. All right, so there's your second hit. Got a Master Ball, and now you get 3 more packs on top of that. Cheeseburger, no way. I tried selling my first edition base before. You're a better bargain for quick cash. Well, first edition base set box, that's a pretty big deal there. Got the Ogre Pawn. Ludo says, you guys heard of Gen 10 game named Leak. Pokemon Super Gaia. Gaia the Dragon Champion. There's Snorlax. Ghost said, you do it by pulling a first edition Charizard without any reaction ever. That video, it did very well. It's got like 1.8 million views now. It is... Although there have been videos making fun of me that have done, well, I saw that one, it got like 1 million views very quickly. So I imagine it's doing a lot better at this point since it's been so long, but I don't know for sure. So I don't want to go there. But check out the comments on that video. Everybody's making fun of either how I cut with a knife, because I cut towards me. They make fun of how I say Clefairy, because I'm saying Clefairy, or they make fun of my reaction to pulling a Charizard. Oh, looky there. All right, this is Jake. 10 packs, and he's keeping the bulk. This is order 7242. One of 2 and 2 of 2. See what we got over here sitting. 3, 6, 9, and 10. We might finish out this box tonight, and I've got another box back there just in case. But we might not have to go into it. All right, Jake, you in the chat? All right, African says, I got to a few hundred on my first channel. Scheduled uploads is the trick. I uploaded every day for over a year at one point. But I just had a backlog of videos. The hits are trash, says Greg. Sometimes, but we're doing pretty good tonight. I think we're up to 9 SIRs with that last mask. Matt Champ back him up, but my day base set packs for $5. Well, there were a time where they were under $1. Uh-oh, got a gold. Iron Leaves. Not too bad so far. Africa says that's wild considering there's already a ROM hack called Pokemon Gaia. Already a hack? Anthony's calling Leafeon. Ghost says you were actually stoked the time you pulled corrected Blaine's Art. I really enjoyed that video. I was, man. Like, ooh, double hit. Got an Atticus and a Heatran. How many times has that happened on camera? Somebody pulled a corrected Blaine's Charizard. That thing graded a 10. I still have it. I love seeing errors and them actually coming out of packs. Like, that just so rarely happens. Petros, my order was for live on YouTube. Will that include bulk? It will include bulk unless you selected no bulk. If it just said live on YouTube, you're good. Cheeseburger, I wouldn't pay attention to any of them, Rusty. Look at me. I have sealed cream of the crop, and people don't believe me. I've been considering selling me sealed Expedition, Aquapolis, and Skyridge box. Yeah, I mean, well, there's buyers out there. Right now, the market is pretty high for those because they've been dry for a little bit. Fat Belly collects, who can beat you in B-ball? Anyone? Cool Trainer Ryan, does Pokenomics really have that burner? Is Dan really just big for nothing? I don't know anything about Cool Trainer Ryan. He doesn't look like a basketball player, but no, I tell you, Ruxin, he's pretty good. I think I could beat him one-on-one just because I've got brute strength, but I've got really good defense one-on-one. I think I could just outplay Radar, but he's got a shot. Like, he could outshoot me for sure. Like, if we're in a shooting match, Ruxin, Radar, they're probably going to beat me. That other guy that come with, oh man, Vintage Yu-Gi-Oh, he kind of plays more similar to my style. I don't know. I'd have to play with him more. Master Ball Jolteon. I did not have the best of days when we had basketball here, but I think one-on-one, I'd be okay against Dan. He's big, but he's gonna have to put some moves on me. Oh, nope. Hurry up, throwing those in there. The bulk's coming in here. But right now, just about anybody could beat me because I was actually at the rec, the local rec, and you know what I did? I went up, do a layup. He's the biggest guy that I've ever played against. When I mean big, I mean by weight. He was about 6'7". Well, maybe he's 6'5". Maybe he wasn't quite 6'8". He's really tall, but he's built like a linebacker that weighs a lot. I'm going to easily say this without like insulting him. I'm pretty sure he's 400 pounds. He's a big guy. And I went through underneath the basketball goal after I got the foul. I was top heavy, so I was landing on my hands. My feet were behind me, and then somehow the dude tripped and he landed on my leg. I feel completely blessed that I do not have a snapped leg and I am in a cast right now. I went straight to urgent care. They said there was no fracture. I went back to urgent care 2 days later because it was still feeling off. And apparently there's some kind of tendon that goes across the front of your shin leg area that holds those two bones together. And I've done something to that to where it almost feels like when I'm twisting my leg, it's like I'm twisting, like there's a pivot, but halfway between my shin and my ankle where there should be no pivot. Like right, halfway up my calf between there and my shin. And it's something about a tendon there that's supposed to hold the bones together. But, yeah, the dude was big. But anyways, I'm actually feeling a lot better today. It's still left and right sore, but forward and back, like I feel like I could do squats. And as long as I just have good form, it'd be okay. Yeah, I did also sprain my ankle, but I've done that before. It swells some, but it's not that bad. Oh, I see my wife's in here. About the time I'm over here complaining about my health. That sounds about right. She's had to put up with me and my aching body the past 3 or 4 days. Since, Saturday? Waiting on me hand and foot. No complaining about me. She had to deal with my attitude earlier. All right, Jennifer. You are next. Order 7243. Got 20 packs coming in. This one on the side. All right, so let's see. We got 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, and 10. All right, so we got 20 packs right here. All right, let's see what I missed in the chat. Anna's in the house. Yes, she is. Yeah, he was a big guy, and he can move very well for his size. Anna says emerge ortho, not urgent care. Well, I went to urgent care the first time. The second time I went to the urgent care emerge ortho because I had to check into urgent care at emerge ortho. Otherwise, they weren't going to take me because you have to schedule. That's why you got to pay the urgent care prices. Brian says, Rusty, what would you do in my situation? I have 20 booster bundles of English 151 and 30 booster bundles of Paldean Fates. I know prices for everything is sky high, but they whisper to me every day. If you're looking to open them to make money, I wouldn't do that. If you're looking to open them just to have fun, know that fun is probably going to cost you whatever the value of those packs are. minus 50%. You know, you might make back, you know, half if you have a way to sell the cards that you pull. You might get lucky and it could go even worse. And that's just, you know, you have to assume whenever you open packs that you're going to lose money. Like that's just the way it is. If you make money, great. Don't make that a business model though. Ghost said, I'm pretty sure that's the same tendon that gives you shin splints. The way the dude explained it to me, he said it was like a web, but hard. So I don't know what that is. Master J, I do a giveaway, usually once per video at the very end. Got to correct my attitude, huh? I think it's probably a good thing that earlier I didn't have an attitude. When you called me, or when I tried calling you after my phone got smashed by me, I threw my phone down earlier and it turned into a spider web itself. So I had to get a new phone to make sure that we could do this live tonight, because I have authentication apps that are required for me to even get into my website now. And so I was at T-Mobile for 2 hours, and the last 30 minutes or so, I did not have any phone access to be able to text or call or do anything like that. And I had not already told my wife that that's where I was. And I also had our son, and we still hadn't did supper, and there was basketball practice, and there was also this live. So she didn't know what was going on. I guess she was trying to text and call me, and it was probably going straight through the voicemail. So that was a fun situation. I could have given her attitude, but I didn't. I gave her attitude earlier today. That didn't work out so good. It landed me at T-Mobile for 2 hours because I got mad at my phone and decided it had a date with the floor. What is up, Lion? Anthony says, Brian, you need to open them. Packs are meant to be open. And Brian says that's what he's feeling too. If you do, just have fun with them. No expectations. After between your health and the Alpha Zard, it sounds like your luck has been about as bad as mine lately. Dude, the way I see it, it could have been a lot worse with my leg. What I'm most bummed about is that it's hindered my training for the jumping. I had just made fun of Dan because I was like, hey man, are you still on track? Are you still exercising, jumping and stuff? And he was like, no, man, I did something to my Achilles, couldn't walk for 2 days. I got to get back on schedule. I was like, excuses, and I was joking about it, of course. But then that same day I get hurt, and now I haven't been able to do anything. It's probably set me back quite a bit. Old people, right? It's what us old people do. We have excuses. Max Rod. Tom says, skim through the vid. Leafeon and Sylveon pulled. That's awesome. Yeah, I think we're up to 9 SIRs and then 3 golds. Walking Wake, Iron Leaves, Pikachu. We might have had 2 Iron Leaves. Pikajack is high ankle sprain. It's the syndesmosis between your shin bones. So I've got a lower ankle sprain on my left foot, and then if I did have a high ankle sprain, like it would have to be so high that I don't see the swelling around my ankle. Anna says, we have 3 healthy babies and a warm home. He spent way less than some. At the end of the day, it's money. I'm just grateful he didn't get pulled in more. Yeah, and I could have easily, that could have been me, spending 6 figures or more, way more, on some of this stuff if the right conditions had been met, but it didn't happen. Steve says, that's why I don't upgrade to new phone models. Well, my phone wasn't that new. I mean, it wasn't old, but it was like I think an 11 maybe, iPhone 11. When I walked in, I was like, I need the simplest, cheapest iPhone you have. But the lowest they could go is a 14. Not too bad for 20 packs. Let's make sure 3, 6, 7. So I think you actually still get 1 free pack. Here we go. The joys of aging. Us old men. All right, nothing pulled in the extra pack. African says, Anna sounded like my mom telling me to stop sealed investing. I've got so much invested in sealed. It's probably getting close to what I have in graded cards. I have a diverse portfolio in Pokemon. I've got a decent amount in modern sealed. I've got a decent amount in vintage sealed. I've got a decent amount in modern graded, vintage graded, and then I also have like stuff like uncut sheets. But my portfolio itself is not diverse. It's all dependent on Pokemon. All right, Joseph, you are next. Order 7244. So I need Pokemon to keep on keeping on. All right, we got 10 Prismatic Evolutions, no bulk. Also, guys, does this mic sound any different? After a few people saying something last time, it sounded a little different to me, so I unplugged everything. I actually removed it completely from OBS, and then I put it back in. It did sound a little bit more smooth, but I couldn't tell a huge difference. So I don't know. It could have just been in my head because they said something. But if you guys have had any noticeable difference, let me know in the chat. Anna says, Momming is what I do. This stuff is just stuff. Can't believe it's got us this far most days. Yeah, definitely lucky. Not lucky, we're blessed. Anthony says, I'm 31 with arthritis in my back, so I've experienced that. If somebody told me I had arthritis, I would ignore it until I couldn't. Programmers, have you ever thought about just selling off everything? What is a long-term plan, LOL? I think it enters everybody's mind to an extent. But, like, what would I do? Just put all the money in the bank, live off the interest, and do nothing? Like, I don't know what I enjoy doing this. I mean, it's great to have extra time for things, but I'd probably drive my wife nuts. Can you imagine me home all the time, baby? I mean, we're already around each other most of the time as it is, but me actually staying at the house, we'd have to be traveling or something. That's probably what we do. Zard Lurking says, any big hits since the Leafeon? Had we hit the Demigod pack or the Pikachu Gold since then? Scoop up Cyclone. Joe says he is here. So far, not too bad. You got 3 hits. First regular Pikachu EX. Africa says, did you mention you have a few boxes of Dominaria? I do. I've got, I don't know, maybe 20 or so. I checked the price on them things. They're like, they've cut in half. So I guess it wasn't the best thing to listen on that one just blindly. What's up, Pokey J? Yeah, we could do more charitable work. Or it might have to lessen. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'd do more stuff hands-on. There's is this SIR number 10? Got Iron Hands. And it says, I'd love it, but I'd spend it all on travel. Yeah, travel isn't cheap. You get a yacht. I don't want to disappear in the ocean. Iron Bundle, Iron Hands. A lot of iron stuff coming out. Ludo says you need to give space to miss each other more. No, I am looking forward to, once this live is over, going home, laying with my wife. We'll probably watch an episode of TV if she's still awake. Relax with each other. And then wake up to each other. Anthony, I just build a big pond on some land and fish all day. I don't know if anything sounds better than that. I'm not a big fisher. Like, I used to fish a whole lot more when I was in high school. I used to keep a fishing rod in the back of my car. But I don't really do it at all now. Cut in half. When did you buy them? Oh man, what was I even talking about when I said cut in half? All right, I'm going to refresh this, see how many orders, if any, have been put in since Joseph. Oh, yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 orders lined up. Alec, you are first. This is order 7245. I might want to use hydrate. Okay, I see you got a Terrestrial Festival box, and then there's also 10 Prismatic. Everything is no bulk, so that's easy. Drinking the water like goes straight to my eyes. So we'll put that here. This is all no bulk. We'll do the Prismatic Evolutions box first, since we haven't had much of that. Well, we haven't had any of that tonight. It's been all Prismatic Evolutions rather than Terrestrial Festival. There we go. Got a box cutter. That's where I was cutting into a fresh case for Terrestrial Festival. Matt says, never get a boat or a yacht, waste of money. I wouldn't mind having a boat for the lake, but I don't want to go out in the I don't want to go out in the ocean and ride around for days on end. Ghost said, sharks are the reason I stay out of salt water. Boat must stay afloat. I don't like sharks. I'm no match for a shark in the water, but it's not likely to happen. But I will say this, if it's going to happen, it's probably going to happen off of North Carolina coast. Oh, Master Ball right off the bat, and a Glaceon. I can't get my kid to not scream once we get a bite. That's okay. I'm fine with that. Got an Ogre Pond. What is it supposed to be? Well, if the A-Spec is going to be pack 5, making the SIR pack 7, and I'm opening it up upside down, then we should have already hit it. So we should not have an A-Spec in this pack if we're using reverse logic. African Veteran says, what art sets vintage? Oh, he's talking to Ludo's. Ooh, Leafeon. Didn't somebody call Leafeon a minute ago? So, no A-Spec in pack number 7, so we get the SIR in pack number 5. Can you use that logic? Ludo says, yeah, I got some vintage from TCA and everything since XY. There's an A-Spec. Ooh, and you got an SR. I don't know who that girl is. Hit the trifecta. Well, I guess if you hit an SAR, that's the best pack you can get without getting a demigod or a regular god pack. Got an Umbreon. Best box you can get anyways. African said he's the one who called the Leafeon. Walking Wake. Got to find the bulk spot. All right, we're going to leave these right here. We're going to just keep stacking them up. You got your 10 Prismatic packs as well. African says that girl's name is Erie. Pack number 1. I don't think the waifu thing works anymore. Like, all of these trainers are cheap. Buddy Poffin. Is Black Shadow Shadowless for base set? I don't think I understand your question. Black Triangle Shadowless. No, it's not shadowless. It's just going to be regular shadowed. Shadowless is going to have a different box setting. So like, Where are we at here? So a black triangle pack. The reason we know for sure that these are not supposed to be first edition is because this says trading card game up here instead of down here, and this says 11 additional game cards instead of 11 tradable game cards or something like that. But this would be down here. This red box, it's not going to be at the bottom. It's going to be at the top. Because it's at the top, we know for a fact that these are going to be shadowed cards. Just going to be regular. And we've opened up one pack on camera. Somebody pulled the Venusaur. It was a base set Venusaur. Jolteon was definitely from Jungle. And yes, it was pretty dang sweet. Anthony says, I opened 5 boxes and the A-Spec was always in the 5th pack. And SIR was always in the 7th. Wonder if it's different depending on when it was printed. Maybe. Got an Espeon Umbreon pair for your Prismatic back-to-back. Zard lurking. I left in the English Leafeon was pulled. Now the Japanese. Careful, they might want to kick you out. Ghost says, nice looking Venusaur pack art. I hear you on that one. People like the Venusaur base set, or Venusaur artwork for base set. Has a tendency to seem to have a Charizard inside of it anyways. Or, I guess you could say Charizard seems to come out of the Venusaur artwork. Got an Eevee too. Any Gym Challenge packs opened up after the Persian? Was the Ditto after the Persian or before? So Ghost says nothing since he believes, so probably not. I don't count these as hits, but I did save them for your hits. You got 2, so that means you're going to get 3 additional packs for free. Because you only had 2 actual hits from your Prismatic packs. 1. 2. Okay. Come on. Give him a little bonus in this one. Well, got you an A-Spec. Josh Work says TF is mappable. The A-Spec pack will determine which pack has the SAR. Yeah, but I only sell as whole boxes. And I think that's how most people sell. So it only works, I guess, if you're buying loose packs. Maybe if you're at a hobby shop and you see them open a box and you see somebody pull an A-Spec pack and the packs haven't been shuffled, then you go over there and you pull out the SAR. Right? I think that's the only way it would work. All right, Petros, I see you have 2 orders back to back. Because they're separate order numbers, I'm going to open them up separately just in case there's anything different with billing or shipping. I always do that just to make sure I don't get something messed up. So I do have some people come in, and what they'll do is they'll have an order sent to them, and then they'll have another order sent to a friend or something like that. All right, and you do have your bulk. So like your bulk is included with your order. I think you had asked about that. Where's V-Star? There's a V-Star box. So after we do this, I'll package it up, and then I'll go check out your other order. Are you still sitting around in chat? Anthony, how long did base get printed? For like 4 years? I remember in 2002, the comic book store next to my Pawpaw's barber shop had a booster box of the Black Triangle. It's all just unlimited cards. Yep, that sounds right. Ghost said opening my eBay order on here was fun the other week. Too bad it wasn't a 1999/2000 Holo Champ. Got the Rayquaza. Cosper said late to the stream. Did you get any updates on the prototype cards? Nothing too new other than there are some that were indeed printed in 96. But more and more are coming out as forgeries. Got the Suicune. Do you think WotC purposely put more Charizards in the Venusaur pack art, or it's just sheer coincidence? I think it's just sheer coincidence. Leafeon V-Star. I don't even know if anybody's went through and actually determined if it is more coming from Venusaur artworks. Think how many have we possibly opened up here on the channel? Like a dozen base set Charizards. That's a very small sample. Ooh, nice Keldeo. That's pretty cool. Is that right? That's an art rare. Let's leave that one up. Hisuian Electrode V, plus you have the SR Metal Energy. All right, got a Hisuian Zoroark V, and then you've got the Galarian Zapdos art rare. Still haven't hit an SR yet. You're going to get a Suicune. Hoopa. Also got the art rare Latios, or is that? I'm getting them confused now. Is that Latios or Latios? It is Latios, right? Back into the box seems pretty good. All right, last pack. See if there's anything cool in here. Got a Regigigas V-Star. All right, so we put these back in here. We'll run through these hits quickly. 3 art rares, 1 SR, and then you've got your SAR. Latias. As you say it, it makes much more sense because he's red. Careful. I will get some Pokemon wrong after the first hour of streaming. Do you still have Pokemon Go and Crown Zenith Special TCA boosters, Rusty? If you mean like the ones that I have in the acrylic, I do. In fact, I ordered some different, like I've got these that I was using, tamper evidence strips, but I actually ordered some with TCA Gaming wording on it that are bigger, that are more humidity resilient, I guess you could say. But those haven't come in yet. I plan to update them. I have updated the 151 ones on eBay with the new style tamper evidence strips. All right, Petros, we have your second order coming in. Let's see what this one is. It's for another V-Star Universe box. Nice. What are you hoping to pull out of this set? Like, what's your big hit? What's your chase hit, I should say, I guess. I've got another box. Yeah, I've got some right here. Usually this means like direct from the Pokemon Center. Anytime I get these, I try to use these for opening up in a video. Since I'm going to break the seal. Because I never know if like people on eBay are going to open them up or not. Sometimes they just want them for their seal collection. Alright, pack number 1. Uda says Shrouded Fable 2. I did some Shrouded Fable, but I did not do enough. Like, I didn't make extras to sell, if that makes sense. I possibly would. I need to see. I haven't done Prismatic yet. I'm waiting for the next wave to come in so I can use up what acrylics I have left, because I have to order more of those special size boxes from Bantam Display. Ooh, there's the Latias again, and look at that. So you picked up doubles of that, and you got the Mewtwo V-Star. Really nice card. That is definitely a good SAR from this set. Zard Lurking. I've seen a lot of people speculate that. I remember when Steve Aoki and Gary put on that live base set box break, they were alluding that Charizard more likely in a Venusaur pack. If anyone would know, it would be Gary. I bought like 100 empty base set boxes off of him one time. Ooh, got a Radiant Greninja as well. Drizzo, my man, recouping from the fakes. Well, it's not anything that's affecting my wallet now. I've already spent the money. And I planned on keeping it in my collection for a long time. So, if there is money that's brought back to the table because of the fakes, then I guess you could say it's recouping then. It did cost a lot. The Zard was 67K. Ryan, you're going to open one for me next. Let's get a Flareon. I hope so, dude. Ooh, cool. You got your SAR Rayhan? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure on that one. Ludo says, reserve me one of each, please. Yeah, I think I've got plenty of the Pokemon Go and Crown Zenith. Got one more pack. I can't think of anything else that you could get in the pack. You've got 2 SARs. Maybe you can get a nice art rare in it. Oh, you did. You got a Manaphy and a Mewtwo V-Star. This is a pretty good box. Petros, we got the chase. It's awesome, man. That doesn't happen too very often. Somebody calls their chase and then it actually happens. Ghost says it was Rayhan, so looks like I didn't mess that one up. Those are pretty good boxes. Oh, nope. See, I almost put your bulk in the wrong one. Here, we'll just leave that in there. That there on the screen. So Dan says, going to go for another 10 Prismatic here. Press our luck. Well, good luck, dude. What'd you get in the first round? Wesley, have you personally seen any counterfeit uncut sheets? I can't remember if I've ever said that or not. Yes, I have. I've seen several. I mean, now with the Japanese ones, I've seen quite a few, but I've actually got a fossil one that's counterfeit. I knew it was counterfeit when I bought it, but I picked it up anyways just because it was cheap enough and I wanted to use it for like comparisons and stuff. And then I've seen some other counterfeit sheets, which they're not very common. They're a lot of hassle, I would imagine anyways. But yes, they do exist. Usually they're pretty easily discernible from something that's real. Could you ship with my other order? I will try to remember. Usually I search orders by name. So as long as you have the same name on both orders, I should be able to pick that up. All right, 10 bulk for Ryan. 10 bulk. 10 prismatic packs, no bulk for Ryan. What do we got here? 3, 6, 8, and 10. Ideally, we don't need to have any bonus packs, but if we do, we do. What do you guys think? Ryan going to hit the Moonbreon? We're going to see it. Again, happy birthday, Petros. Congrats on getting your chase pull. Let's go. All right, just place an order for a Heavy Gym Challenge First Edition. Wish me luck, chat. Uh-oh. We are definitely wishing you luck. That sounds like a lot of fun, man. I would love to see the Zard. Although it's spelled disaster for the rest of the pack. Well, I mean, there's still some other good hits in there. But Zard is usually what people are going for. Dan says, 1 A-Spec and a Full Art Trainer Slowbro Master in the Grace packs. Being really specific. Well, we've already got 2 A-Specs. Anthony says, do you think the uncut snap card sheets in the fan club Gyarados sheet was printed by the same ones doing the playtest cards? It's looking likely. But I have no proof of that. I'm saying likely. because if this other stuff was too good to be true, that stuff probably was too. Hopefully it wasn't. I'm sure there was some big money dropped on it. EVGX. Ludo says, are you going to put them back on your website? Oh man, I have to check, see if I got them. Well, I mean, I do have them, but I have to check, see if I still have those listings. Nice Vaporeon. Ghost is calling Rocket's Mewtwo already for S-Gill. Yeah, Erica's Venusaur does well if it grades a 10. That Persian does fantastic as well. There's some other good cards. Even the rare Sabrina's Gengar, which you're going to get a holo. One way or the other, or you'll get a refund. Remember that card was selling for like $1,000 before the hype died down. And Flareon. Well, you didn't hit anything big, but you did hit 6 out of 10. So not too bad there. Zard says, I've graded a lot of common and uncommon first edition Gym Hero / Challenge in PSA 10. Gone for some decent money. They do. Now, if you don't hit the 10, it's pretty rough with the cost of grading. But like I sold a PSA 9 Eric's Clefairy, like $40 or something the other day. Some of them are really, like if you get the Erica's Bulbasaur and Ivysaur, those are beautiful cards. Blaine's Charmeleon, he's pretty sweet. There's some other good ones too. But you got to hit the 10 too. Otherwise, it's like the bulk is getting more expensive at PSA. I think they went up recently, so it makes it even tougher. All right, we have Carlisle, order 7249. This is going to be one of 3 because he has 20 packs and he's keeping the bulk. So I got to make sure I'm not putting that up. I need to put the name on one of these so I know tomorrow when I search. The only time I hear Carlisle is with Twilight. And yes, I've watched that series several times. It's one of the go-tos for me and my wife, usually about once a year. We just watch the series through. Usually we do it after we have we get completely through some TV series and we don't know what to watch. We'll do that with Harry Potter at times as well. Pirates of the Caribbean, that was our most recent one. We tried doing it with Lord of the Rings, but we were both bored out of our minds. We even tried Star Wars one time, but I wanted to start with like the old one back in the 70s. It's like, dude, how do people watch this? This is crazy. Maybe it was cool back then and I've just been desensitized to how much action I need going on. All right, here we go. 3, 6, 9, 10. 3, 6, 9, and 10. All right, Carlisle, are you in the chat? Because your packs are getting ready to be ripped open. Missy's Golduck, yeah, that's a good 10. Blaine's Arcanine, man, I really like that card. Ooh, man, right off the bat, Glaceon Master Ball and a Tyranitar. Big hits with or big hit with the Glaceon. Espeon EX, 3 for 2 so far. Ludo's is calling Giovanni's Machamp. 4 for 3. Hits are rolling. Matitude, I'm hoping Prismatic Evolutions, man, still getting the hits, gets a massive reprint. Can't wait, or can't find it at any stores, and prices are ridiculous. Ooh, Master Ball, still getting hits. Africa says, dude, really, the OG Star Wars is amazing. Well, admittedly, I didn't give it much of a chance. I've seen bits and pieces over the years from like when I was a kid, but I've never seen an entire movie the whole way through. Wiggles Pokemon. So far, you've done pretty good, man. If this is Carlisle. After says you didn't like the plot. I don't know, man. I can't remember why I fell asleep, but I remember that I did. Iron Hands. All right, there's your first 10 packs. Let me get a... See how much is bulk I can get into this first one. Let me pull out a little bit of this bulk. Make sure I'm not putting it in with the rest of the bulk. Wouldn't be the first time. Zard Lurking says, since the 2020 boom, Blaine's Moltres and Arcanine have kept a good premium. Blaine's Moltres, that's Rocket's, not Rocket's Moltres' gym challenge, right? I'm not even sure on that, but I know Blaine's Moltres, that should be Gym Heroes. I mean, it's got a pretty epic artwork for such a small Pokemon that's in it. But it's got the 3 attacks. Like, that's very iconic. Between that and Rocket's Mewtwo. Like, that was a big thing. Or no, Blaine's Moltres had the 5 energy. Rocket's Mewtwo had the 3 attacks. Is that right? Man, my brain starts to go a little bit when I start thinking about this stuff. After opening these packs all straight. Am I blinking? Do you guys watch me? After says, you're missing out, my man. The second one is great too. Just saw it the other day. When you watch it as an adult, you understand the flirting and stuff. It's fun. Well, maybe I'll give it a chance again another day. Lucas says every time I watch a Star Wars movie, I have no idea what's going on. See, that's why I wanted to like start with the very first one and then watch them all. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I mean, I'll act like I got a lightsaber all day long. I can get down with the whoa, 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 whoa. You know, and I'm waiting to see the little green man jump around. Go Yoda. Yeah, Cosper says Rocket's Mewtwo was the first card with 3. Yeah, when I said that Blaine's Moltres had the 3 attacks, I meant the 5 energy. Oh, let's look at your hits again. So you had 2 Master Balls right off the bat. Glaceon was probably your biggest hit. Then you had several just regular EXs. Why is Adamo? Empire Strikes Back carries the OG trilogy, action-wise. All right. Steez, I know you've got an order coming up. In fact, yeah, you're next. 72.50. So no bulk, 10 packs, Prismatic Evolutions. Here we go. After this, I'm going to refresh it and see what all's been put in. I think, was it Gil? Said that he had a heavy pack in there, so that'll be interesting. And I don't know what else there is. I don't know how many packs are left. We've definitely been through quite a few so far. 3, 6, 9, and 10. Ghost said, and Ho-Oh from Neo Revelation had the 5 energy attack as well. Yeah, ooh, oh man. Right off the bat. What's up with these first packs doing great? Got the Roaring Moon. Beautiful card. And Atticus. Is that SIR number 11 for the video? Definitely a nice one. Still no Moonbreon yet. Steve says, my non-EV Chase. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that, and I like the Raging Bolt, too. Well, thank you, Steve, for letting me open up your packs, man. Rick P says, speaking of Ho-Oh, I do enjoy my Ho-Oh from Silver Tempest box. Box pulled straight into the pack. Thanks for streaming. Man, I can't even remember what that looks like. I'm blanking. Oh, man. And you got an Espeon? Dang, Steez. Dude. Roaring Moon plus the Espeon. SIR number 12. PokeFanboy says he loves the Goldingo. For a second there, I thought that was going to be a Master Ball Leafeon. I like the Leafeon, like out of the non-EXs, the best. Maybe it's because I think this artwork is different than the Japanese side, but I'm not too sure on that. So don't, maybe somebody check. All right, last pack. Steve's killed it. All right, nothing in the last pack. Dan says 2 orders too short for me. It always seems like it works out like that, huh? What's going on? Something happened with the bulk down there. All right, man. That's a heck of a 10-pack lot right there. I think now we still haven't had like a full God pack yet out of what we've opened up 1,000 packs at this point. So I'm hoping we hit one of those. That would be cool. We've had 2 demigod packs. All right, let me refresh this, see what orders have been made. All right, so we have 2 orders up. Next, it looks like the gym challenge, and then Daniel, you're after that. So it looks like you are 1 order short, my man. Oh man, I don't think I know how to say that name. Sukraj? That's how I'm going to say it. If you want to spell it out in a way that I can say it if I'm saying it really bad, then I'll try my best to correct it. But he picked up 10 Prismatic plus the heavy. All right. Capturing the payment. Let's get him a gym challenge. Is it right here? Where the gym challenge was at? There we go. Looks like you have a Giovanni's artwork. We'll set that off to the side. Get 10 Prismatic packs out of here. 3, 6, 9, and 10. This box is almost done for. All right, Ludo says, remember seeing Hoa from episode 1, thought it was a Phoenix. Yeah, they had a Generation 2 in episode 1 of Pokemon. Drizzo says, I just bought Espeon for 300. You said it right. All right, Sukraj. That's probably a first. That might not happen again. I might just call you Gil though, so I don't taint it. Programmers, they've gotten so used to me messing up saying Programmer X that they prefer programmers. Cospra is calling Rocket Zapdos. Ludos is calling the Champ. Anthony's calling Golduck. What else we got in here? First Homeroom wants Gary. Zard Lurking also calling the Zapdos. See, so far no hits. God pack right here. Can we call it? I don't think I've tried calling that yet. Oh, well, I was wrong. Did get a scoop up Cyclone. Got an A-Spec. Nothing there. Ghost is still calling Rocket's Mewtwo. Looks like we might have some packs lined up to be thrown in. Well, one pack now. Got a Master Ball and an Ogre Pawn, up to 3 hits. Let's see what we get here. All right, so there was 3 hits, which means you get a free pack. Bonus. All right, let's see what's in the bonus pack. And then we'll throw in 2 more bonus packs just because you bought a heavy pack, which nobody's done in this stream. I don't know if these bonus packs are going to give you anything, but we're just throwing in a few extras. We'll put that Sylveon with it. Well, you got an Ogre Pawn, a Master Ball, and an A-Spec. Definitely not the best of hits. Let's put this one over here. Let's see if we can make up for it in the Gym Challenge pack. All right. Ludo says Crystal Onyx. I don't think I get it. Oh, it's the non-hollow. Is that the one that's, there's a common, but it's worth more than the rare? The Brox Onyx? So first two says, I like the no symbol hollow Sabrina in Japanese better. So that would be the one from the theme deck? Yeah, I believe it's going to be this one right here. So let me put this one in a sleeve. All right. It's got a case on it. It's making it hard for me not to reveal it. All right, Misty's Magikarp. Got a Misty's Poliwag. Like, that's a pretty good common. Giovanni's Machop. Koga's Coughing. Sabrina's Porygon. Ooh, that's pretty good. Got the Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu. Nice. Giovanni's Meowth. Brock's Graveler. Koga's Ninja Trick. Of course, this was corrected on the English side. On the Japanese side, they have both this and the reverse swastika. Fire Energy. Oh, there's the Gyarados. Who was it? First Tomu? Is he the one who called it? Yeah, he called. Well, then he called Zapdos. Or he said he loves Rocket Zapdos, but he's calling Gyarados. All right, let's look at it. Oh man, looks pretty clean. I'm trying to see if there's a swirl up in here somewhere. Lots of hollow. Man, it looks clean. See, I would have swore like the Brock's Ninetales that I saw looks so clean too. Mine ended up pulling an 8. Which I did crack it out. I'm resubmitting it. I think it can do better. Man, this looks good. That's a really good looking Giovanni's Gyarados. Well, congrats on your pull, man. That's a pretty good hit. Slip that down in there. I think you did better with your Gym Challenge pack than you did with your Prismatic. Boom. All right, I'm going to get this stuff packed up together, and then we'll look at Dan's order. I believe his was the next order in line. He had some pretty good non-hollows, too. Now, remember, the lighting here isn't that great, so I might have missed something, but, I mean, from what I saw, it looked really good. If you do get it graded, let us know. It's always cool to kind of hear back and see what people graded cards. I think the last person who got the Dark Charizard followed up and said that they pulled the 10 on that. And I think I wouldn't have given it a 10 myself because it looked a little OC, but they got the 10. All right, so we have Dan. He's up next. And, all right, there's order 7252, and he's keeping the bulk. All right, Dan. Are you looking for the Moonbryon, or are you looking for something else? I don't think anybody would complain if they got that. And yes, I know I'm calling it Moonbryon instead of Sunbryon. I don't get the sun thing. 3, 4, 5, and 10. Let me get a little bit of water. As of when I refreshed it right before the Gym Challenge order, these were the only 2 orders up. Here we go. Order 1 or pack 1. Nothing. Pack number 2. Dud. Pack number 3. Got a Lugia. I don't know why, but like this one and the Pikachu, I don't seem to see as much. And it's kind of cool that you don't have them on the Terrestrial Festival side. So the sets aren't like a 1-for-1. Africa says, Rusty, have you noticed sales slowing down recently? Not really on my end. Now, my sealed product has slowed down from where it was a few weeks ago, but that's mostly because I keep raising my prices. If I put them back down to the prices that they were, they would probably fly off the shelves even faster. Stuff that I had at $39.99 is now $59.99. Like I just sold a Twilight Masquerade case for $1,500. Like, and that was the big set, and that's probably moved the least out of the other sets. Josh Work is calling a Jolteon. So definitely on the rise of certain things. Iron Hands. But like, I sold 2 Greninja Gold Star CGC 10s today. Actually, I sold 3. $89.99 a piece. Not even this week. It was this past weekend. I had a guy who was trying to buy 2 of them. They were at $49.99, and he kept offering. Or it was there? No, they were at $59.99. He was offering $45 a piece, and I just wasn't taking the offer. Somebody bought 2 at that price, and then they canceled. And then when I went to go back and restock, I was like, let me just check the price. I noticed I was the cheapest. The second cheapest was like the cheapest at that time was $99.99. So I put them at $89.99, and now they're selling at that price. So that's one of those cards where it's like, okay, the Greninja Gold Star play, it's finally starting to move. And the pristines on those things have really went up, which I'm sold out of pristines now, I think. A God Pack would be wild to end the night. They would be. All right. I think you hit your 4 hits. You got 5 there. Oops. Might get a few extra bulk with that one. Sorry, no Umbreon, Dan. I'd probably say your best one out of there is going to be the Espeon. People that say Alt Arts and SIR is better than Vintage Haulers, I can't agree. Vintage will always be king for me. I've got my Vintage collection set back. Slowly collecting pristines. I've got the PSA stuff. Diversifying into both. Sorry, Dan, no Umbreon. I want to see it too. All right, Zachary, you're up next. What'd you pick up? So Zachary picked up a Terrestrial Festival box. Order 7253. Make sure I don't put your bulk in with the bulk. Now, I don't think we've pulled a regular God pack, like a full God pack, out of this yet. We've gotten a few demigod packs. That's been about it. Or, yeah, packs. Afkin says, I've got a couple boxes listed pretty low that haven't sold in a couple days, and I'm getting inclined to accept the offer. I'd only do that if you just have to move it. I mean, otherwise, I mean, I don't know which box you're selling. Maybe you're trying to sell Surging Sparks. Like, that one should get some reprints, but certain sets, oh man, right off the bat, Jolteon. So where's the A spec supposed to be if the SAR is in the very last pack? Like, I'm not trying to push for the sales of my sealed product. Like, if I have to move a certain amount of product, then I do. But for the most part, in time, it'll move. Like, I like to let it sit and just get a feel for the market. If it's not moving at the price that it was, eventually it will. It takes a lot. Sometimes it takes a while to get there. Yeah, sorry, Dan. That was a little rough. Master Ball. No. Mighty says, my son just got into Pokemon anime and we started collecting cards together. He's been super into Obsidian Flames. He says it's just like the pictures on the boosters. No big hits, but he loves it. Obsidian Flames, I think, was underrated for a while. The prices have ticked up very quickly. But it's one of those sets that it's going to take a while to run out because that was in so many products that people really didn't care about. And so there was a lot of Obsidian Flames out there, not only just from the release itself, but in other products that were broken down. Dan says, just got my Jolteon in the mail from your last week's stream. Glad it come in, man. Double Jolteon box right here. Zard Lurking says, slowly selling some of my tag team alt arts in PSA 10 since they are booming in price. Well, glad to hear you've benefited off of the boom, man. Alright, you didn't get another SR or Master Ball, but pack number 1 did have a Jolteon, so big hit there. Congrats on that one. Josh works at pack 3. Did we hit? Oh, I didn't check. Yeah, let's put these in the middle. Who said A-Spec was pack number 1 and then SIR was last pack. Always interesting. Okay, let me see if any more orders have been put in. All right, so that's it. So let's go ahead and do a giveaway. Let me pull up Nightbot. I'm still deciding what I want to do for a giveaway. I got a few ideas right here. The random number giveaway was pretty cool. It just blows up the chat though, man. All right. So, let's see. What we got here? Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Maybe like 5 Prismatic. 5 151. 5 Hidden Fates. Bam. Hopefully we'll get something good out of that. All right, so to enter this giveaway, you'll put a random number 1 through 500 into the chat. You could win right off the bat, or it might take a while. I don't know. We'll just have to see. And if you win, you'll get the hits. You can guess more than once. Feel free to spam out the chat. We are officially doing the giveaway. We're going to open up these packs one set after another. So we'll do one Prismatic, one 151, one Hidden Fates. If there's an announced winner, it should come through Nightbot. I won't be checking it too much here, so you guys will have to look out for it. Pack number 1 was a dud. And if we don't get any winner by the time I'm opening up all the packs, I'll go through and tell you if you're too high, you're too low, because I won't know what the number is either. There goes all the chat, just numbers. All right, Gyarados GX, we have our first hit. Hope we pull that Jesse and James. I saw that went from a bulk 10 full art to like $300, which is just kind of crazy to think about. What we got? We got a Jinx EX. All right, got a Wigglytuff. We're up to 3 hits. Uh-oh, somebody won it. I think I saw where somebody won it. Congratulations to whoever that was. Smoking Ship Rip. I don't even know what it is. Hidden Fates. People are just throwing it in the chat for the heck of it. Oh, got a shiny Frogadier. There's an Executor. No big hits so far. We've gotten 4, just regular hits from the packs. Still waiting to see if we get something really nice, though. There's a Blastoise from 151. Not too bad. Hidden Fate. It's funny. There we go. It's starting to slow down now. All right, 1 pack left of each. Prismatic. Also, to the winner, I'm going to write down your name here in a minute. Congratulations. Make sure you send an email to me letting me know that you won, and I'll ship this out. I just need your delivery address. All right, so no God pack from Prismatic. See what we get from 151. See if we can pull something cool out of here. Okay, nothing there. And then the very last pack for Hidden Fates. Are we going to get a shiny full art? That was kind of anticlimactic. Still got 5 hits, 4 of them being water type. So that's kind of biased, I would say. But got us a Blastoise, a Jinx, a Gyarados, a shiny Frogadier, and a Wigglytuff. And then the winner was, let me go back and look at Nightbot. I think it tells me. Man, that is a hard thing to write. Smoking Shipper. Ship 4? I don't even know how to say it. SM0K1NS4RP. Send me an email, claim your prize, and I'll make sure it gets out to you. Guys, I definitely appreciate everyone who jumped in to the live tonight. I'm going to refresh this page one more time just in case somebody put in an order a little bit late and it didn't come through. But otherwise, as long as there's no more orders, that's going to be it for tonight. Let me get that refresh going there. Got the all snap on the page. Okay, well, actually we did get an order in. Let's see what this is for. So this is okay. This is open live. It's 50 packs. Okay, so we are going to be continuing this stream. So Timothy, order 7254. You did squeak it in just in time, and we're going to open up these packs. Timothy, are you in the chat? Because if you are, let us know, dude. Do you want the Moonbreon? Is that the one that you're going for? All right, I've got those 50 packs lined up right here, pre-counted. I had the 50 pack lots just in case people had these. We have another shot at pulling some more SIRs. I think we're at, what were we at, 11? I think that's what we were at. Steve, do you have a stream schedule set? Yeah, pretty much Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, pack one, nothing there. Thoughts about the Celebrations Greninja? If you're talking about the Greninja Gold Star, yeah, I just talked about that one. I've seen it go up. The CGC, PSA 10s, both of them are doing well. They're not the easiest 10s now, but they're doing well. Next pack, got a Dragapult. Yeah, it was a buzzer beater. Mighty Space Ghost said, I'm glad DPM shouted this cat out. He's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to try to go to Card Party this year. I missed the first two. He invited me. He was willing to make accommodations and all kinds of cool stuff. But this year, I think I will be able to make it. So I'm curious to see what that's all about. But Pat, Deep Pocket Monster, he has always been like really kind, willing to help out. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say something bad about the dude. What's up, FDB? Sounds like my mom's out on the porch talking to the dog. Got the Ogerpon. Hopefully she doesn't try to come in here because she sees the light on. Steez, what is up, man? Just dropped in 5 memberships. Let's see who picks those up. Ooh, got a nice Master Ball and a Noivern. Lev Nani, Andy Heck, Kirkland Foster, Christopher Kim, and Rachel B. If you're listening, you were just gifted a free membership courtesy of Steez. Definitely appreciate the generosity, man. Well, Steez, thank you for letting me open up your packs. You definitely had some nice cards pulled back to back. All right, let me put these up. Get another stack going for the bulk. I see you, FDB. Got another Master Ball. Got the Hippopotas. Nothing there. With as many SIRs we pulled tonight, I'm hoping that Timothy at least gets one. But wouldn't it be cool if he got one of the God packs? We started off with a 50-pack order. And it looks like we're going to end with a 50-pack order. Unless we get some more orders in after this one. Giacomo. If you do put in an order, put it in chat. Let people know that you put an order in. That way I might see it as well and just know that it's in the lineup. The Reverend Rips, he says, started using CGC a little more for TCG. What have you been sending in? Kirkland says, does anyone know if any safe places to trade/sell sealed product, preferably not eBay? Well, I mean, I buy sealed product. I know Dan buys sealed product. He even has a buy list. If you go to catchemallcollectibles.com, maybe. I'm not even sure what it is. But he's actually got live pack prices that they're based off of TCG player prices, but they're usually like 70 to 80% of the market price. Well, you're not going to be able to trade on eBay, but selling through eBay can kind of... So Tom asked Kirkland, why not eBay? it can be tough to deal with people on eBay who think everything has been resealed. Like, it's something that I have to deal with quite a bit more than I want to. I mean, it's not a huge issue, but it definitely can be. My only negative right now on eBay is where a guy, he just thought the Pokemon Go packs he bought were resealed. I talked with him, I showed him a video of where, like, the case that they come out of, like an actual distributor case, confirmed with him, like, nobody else had these other than myself. You're owner number 2. But he was convinced that there was glue on the packs. Like, there's no glue. He didn't even show glue in the pictures, but that's just the kind of thing that you have to deal with. Matthew says, have you considered streaming twice a week? I used to stream twice a week, and it worked out really well. Like, it was very successful. I used to do Thursdays and Tuesdays. However, I don't really have the time to do it twice a week. And there are some weeks where I could probably do it twice a week. It's just I couldn't do it consistently, and I'd like to keep it consistent. I used to do it during the middle of the day on Thursdays. But, man, I'm teaching 3 days a week now. Like, I've got 2 math classes in homeschool. Pika Jack, yo, when is the next crispy stream? Gotta know. I need to get somebody else in here with me so that they can talk while I eat. Or maybe if I'm on like a Zoom call with somebody like PK, he can talk while I'm eating. In person is always best. What's that referring to? Surging Sparks and promos from Prismatic Evolutions. Got a pristine on my Alolan Executor SIR. Big congrats on that one, dude. Christian says, I bought a prototype card. Yeah, I'm with you there, man. Vaporeon. Look at that. Look at that, Matthew. My wife chimed in pretty quick. She said, no, no, no. You know, there's some people who, they stream several times a week. But if I did it, I'd have to do it like in the middle of the day. And I'm already very limited on how much work that I have. Like how much work time that I have. As a seller on eBay for 10 plus years now, I found if you communicate quickly, give small thanks and freebies, ship fast and package well, I've had 0 issues so far, knocking on wood right now. In general, he is correct. Like, you can help out. That'll take care of the majority of people, but sometimes, like that guy who left me a negative, man, he was like out of the gate, he was convinced. He wouldn't even open the packs. He didn't want to return. He didn't want to open the packs to check. He was just convinced because he saw something. They were altered, and he was leaving a negative. And it's like, okay, man. Like, that's probably somebody that if I wanted to call into eBay several times, go through it with them, I could probably get it removed. But I've stopped doing that. It's just too much of a time and life suck. So I just let it go. I put my follow up. It is what it is. All right, man. So I got a few packs left. Got a nice stack of hits, but no big hit yet. Oh, there it is. Our third Leafeon. SIR number 12, is that right? Boom. Anthony, no sense in changing something that already works for you and your family, Rusty. And you know, I tried, we did Chris for a while there. I mean, I know some of you guys liked him, but the streamer view count was really low. It was only like, it was averaging like 20. So that was tough. But it'd be nice to have more streams, but I don't know that I could physically be here for it. And we're going to finish off with an Ogerpon. Matthew, I remember getting one of my packages from you and seeing your full name. Rusty Oak would be a solid nickname. Rusty Oak. All right, so I'm going to go through all these hits. I mean, that was your big one right there, the Leafeon. We got 3, 6, not counting that one, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. So if you count 3 for each, 4 times 5 puts you over any pack. Yeah, so you definitely got over the minimum. Not too bad way to finish off, Timothy. Let us know if you grade your Leafeon, how it does. I'm just doing math. My wife, she does all the other stuff. Thankfully, it's easy enough to where I don't really have to do anything other than show up to class, and I already know what I'm teaching because the book, it's got like everything laid out, but like I know how to do it. It hasn't got to the point where I might have to go back and I'm like, okay, what is this? Right now, it's pretty easy stuff. Yeah, 3rd and 4th grade math. All right, well, let me see if there's been any more orders put in. All right, so it does look like that is it for now. There's nothing else here. Definitely appreciate everyone who's stayed around even through when I thought the stream was going to be over. We had some really good pulls. Still no Umbreon. Like, we are for over 1,000 packs at this point. So that's unfortunate, but we've taken our shot at it, and maybe we'll see it next week. Guys, again, appreciate you, and see you Tuesday.